baby, I see baby. Blood. Okay, so listen. Today's topic, I'm talking about, yo, Twitter. Because, you know what, I love Twitter. And I think the platform it is, yeah, it's an absolute great tool, for speaking, meeting, and talking to other people. Now, the issue I'm talking about today is whether Twitter is that deep. Now, I hear people all the time talking about, is Twitter really that deep? Are you stupid, blood? Of course Twitter's that deep. Are you nuts, blood? Twitter's absolutely deep. Because the person who's behind that profile is a human freaking being. Do you get me? Now, if I tweet something, I'm tweeting something from my mind. Do you get me? Now, if I'm lying about it, I'm still tweeting from my mind, which means, why am I lying about it? I'm trying to put on a false persona. Why am I lying? Why am I putting on a false persona? Well, maybe I've got some insecurities. So when we say it's Twitter that deep, yes it is. If you lie on Twitter, listen, why are you lying on Twitter? You're trying to make a show for people, which means that you're not fully comfortable in yourself. That's deep. That's deep. That's going into the psyche of somebody. Oh, I just wanted to make a profile so I can, catch two jokes and yes, I'll talk a couple lies. But blood, what are you trying to be famous? Why are you trying to be infamous on Twitter for? Because you want popularity, innit? You're begging for attention, blood. No, I'm comfortable. No, you're not, blood. You want attention. So you've used Twitter as a platform to do that. Is Twitter that deep? Yes, it is, blood. Okay, so when you're talking to a girl on Twitter and you're just DMing, right? Now, at first you're just talking, it's calm, like you're keeping it cool and cash. And yeah, I mean, she might have a man or you might have a girl, blood. It's calm, innit? You're not really talking any too deep. But here's the thing. See, it doesn't matter what platform you talk here, because you're the person behind the profile. You're not talking to a computer, you're talking to somebody. Now somebody's receiving that message and it's processing in their mind. They see it, they read it, then they process it in their mind. Of course it's freaking that deep. If you entered somebody else's DMs who's got a girl or a man, it's that deep, bruv. It's that deep, bruv. Listen, that's why I don't even get, I don't count as anything bad or anything when someone says, but someone enter my girl's DMs and I lock it off. And I'm like, yeah, you should lock it off because, bud, that's one of the ways to enter somebody's life. Listen, a business here has many different portals or offline or online portals where a customer can reach that business. You are a business, blood, and you have offline and online. On your online, that's Twitter, social media, Facebook, all these different Instagram, Vine. These are all different ways somebody can access your life, blood. Here is one thing. Twitter is a very interactive and very intimate way of reaching somebody. And so when you go into the DMs, what you're saying is, I want to have a private chat. You're basically having a one-on-one chat so no one else can see that thing. Now, if that was physical and you was having a one-on-one chat with that person daily like you do on the DMs, but wouldn't that be a problem for the person's man or someone's girl? So of course it's freaking that deep. But don't tell me it's not that deep, fam. Don't tell me it's not that deep, fam. Because it is that deep. Do you get me? If you're favoriting and retweeting every tweet, blood, you must like what I say in my mind, blood. And you have to understand that someone who's attractive, you don't just get attracted to the person physically, but you get attracted to the person's mind. So whatever the person's saying, and you're always agreeing. Hold on a minute, but you can get attracted to the person that way because there's interpersonal attraction too, just as well as it's physical. Gotta understand that. When you understand the different types of attraction, then you understand that when someone's just talking and you agree with what they're saying, you become attracted to that person. Now, whether it's that attraction that makes it go to a relationship or not, you are attracted to that person. Do you get me? That's interpersonal relationship. And if you understand interpersonal, that means that's how we form friendships. So man them can have an interpersonal relationship and they agree with each other's mentality, values and attitudes and they ain't gotta like each other. But here's the thing, with boys and girls completely different because there's no barrier, there's no physical barrier in the sense that I like girls, you like boys, but there's no barrier. So if we're talking on that level on DMs every day, blood, and I might have a man, I might have a girl, I might have a man, I might have a girl, and you might have a boy, is that deep? It is really that deep. It's bad. It's really that deep. You get me? When you're dropping shade on somebody on Twitter, blood, and banging their picture about, blood, and absolutely hurricaning their lives, blood, of course it's that deep, fam. Because there's somebody behind that profile, fam. Someone put up a picture and you man are tearing it down with black Twitter. You lot are fam, you don't have no remorse, rude boy. Yeah, and you're tearing that picture down and just destroying that person. And you're thinking it's just a profile, but the person is a person behind that profile. It's not a computer. Do you get me? This ain't a celebrity who doesn't see your tweets, blood. This is somebody who will see your tweets, blood, and sees that the whole generation of people who are her age or their age are absolutely bombarding them with cusses and insults, blood. I see you guys cussing people about how they go to raise their hair all mash up. You don't laugh at that person, you retweet it, you insult the person, blah, blah, blah. There's bare insults that go on Twitter all the time, blood. Throwing shade at people. It's mad. So Twitter is that deep, fam. because somebody's behind the profile. So I'm just letting you guys know, when a girl gets angry and sees that her man is favoriting or tweeting somebody else's tweets all the single time. Now, if one or two, but then every single time she's gonna question. Shoot, I'd question. You get me? I'd question, because you don't know that person. You're not friends like that, but you enjoy that person's tweets, and that's the thing, which is a scary line, because there's a lot of things that somebody says and you agree with. Not necessarily you want to do nothing, but you agree with. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yo, man, Twitter's really that deep. Twitter's absolutely that deep, man. Ain't deep enough, but people shouldn't get gassed though when they have 10,000 followers. But I can understand why they do, because they've got a following. Remember, social media is social, so there's an environment, there's a circle of people who you've got following you, who are interested in you. Now imagine you walked around in your local town, you had 10,000 people wanting to see you, talk to you, want to keep on saying, hey, you cool, I like what you do, bruv. You're gonna get gassed. So Twitter's that deep, man. Twitter's really that deep. Twitter's really that deep, but don't let it become you. Do you get me? Don't let it become you. It's as simple as that, man. But Twitter's